Hello, welcome, or welcome back to Heretic Tarot. My name is Liz, and I will be guiding you on this journey today. This is the reading for the 5-1 Human Design Profile, the Heretic Investigator. If you don't know what your Human Design Profile is, there's a link in the description below for you to get your Human Design body graph. And one of the tidbits of information listed on there about your design will be your profile. So, of course, subscribe to the channel. I would love that. It helps me out. It's free for both of us, which I love. And let's get you an oracle card. And then, of course, we will get your tarot out. Ooh, the duck and chrysanthemum. Luck. Love that. Chrysanthemum. I it just reminds me of that movie. Did you see Enola Holmes? It's like a Netflix movie. I think there's 2 of them. But chrysanthemum is in there. That was like the first time I ever heard of that flower, I think. We have the 5 of Wands, 10 of Cups, 7 of Swords. Interesting. So far, 6 of Wands. I love that. Ooh. Ooh. A progression like that just makes my toes curl. I'm not going to lie. It's truly like, what are the odds? You know, I love to see it. And also it just it means that we're moving through energy. And I love to see that too. We have the 9 of Pentacles. One more. Temperance. 4 of Cups. Past. Ace of Wands. A Magician. I'm kind of giggling because when I was shuffling the cards before I started the video, Temperance and the 4 of Pentacles came out together, which is kind of funny. What are the odds of of that even? So, the duck and chrysanthemum. The phrase lucky duck isn't just a lighthearted rhyme. Ducks can be symbols of good fortune. In ancient Egypt, ducks were associated with riches, especially gold, and frequently given as offerings to the gods. Likewise, chrysanthemums bursting forth with long and elegant petals signify abundance. Luck can be a fickle and mysterious force, but it is also, as Roman philosopher Seneca once mused, what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Upright, you are on the brink of good fortune. Be open to situations that may bring about positive transformation. Reverse, take care to get your ducks in a row. Do some research before taking action to avoid a misstep. How can I prepare for the future? Is destiny mutable or set in stone? I love the colors on that card too. I think it's gorgeous. I also love that we actually start interesting. I keep kind of going to the 7 of Swords, and we will see how it plays into here. But anyway, I love that we start with the 5 of Wands and the 6 of Wands, because this is preparation meets, was it opportunity or something? What happens when preparation, meets opportunity? Because the 5 of Wands is all about preparation. Wands have to do with action. It's the motivation behind the actions that we take, creativity, passion. What actions are we taking towards those things? How are we communicating those things? I also see Wands as being information by way of experience. So it's what we get by trying things, by taking action towards something. We figure out what works. We figure out what doesn't work. What do we like? What don't we like? What stays? What goes? Right? And truly the only way to figure that out is by doing. You know how many times I picked up a hobby thinking I was going to love it, over, consumed buying all the shit for it and then hated it? There's been plenty of times, though, too, that I thought I was going to love something and did. I thought I was going to hate something and did. I thought I was going to hate it and absolutely loved it. But I wouldn't have figured that out if I hadn't tried. Also, with the Five of Wands, I always think of Mulan because, they go to warrior training and it's a ton of ego. There's a lot of competition, a lot of bickering back and forth, right? Sword measuring. And also though, through that, they build relationship. They build confidence in each other. They build a rapport, right? In order to come together and be successful. So this is preparation. This is the training, the conditioning. It's, taking things slow so that you get the movement or the, what is the word? The muscle memory, right? There could be other people. There are generally, other people depicted in the Five of Wands. So it could be disagreements or, conflict with other people. I just looked out the window. There was a hummingbird. That could have some significance. But the point of the Five of Wands, the conditioning, the training is to get you to a point of being successful in victory or in battle, whatever. Because the Six of Wands is all about that. There's even this white flag here too. So there could be in some aspect of your life, throwing the white flag, calling a truce in some aspect. But the Six of Wands is about being recognized. It's about victory. It's about, coming out of battle or, being successful after a conflict. And like I said, even just these two being paired together, the energy is being moved through. So if you've been in an energy of this Five of Wands, then the Six of Wands would be saying that you're going to see some sort of resolution with that. Some sort of, common ground. Or luck, right? I mean, just the right opportunity could show up for you too. If you have been putting in the work, if you have been trying things, if you have been, putting your energy into something, and if you haven't been seeing, the reward from that, it's definitely coming with the Six of Wands. Even the Ten of Cups being after that, these two cards, these three cards actually, with the Nine of Pentacles there too. Very successful cards. The Ten of Cups is the Minor Arcana card to the Sun card. It's everything good. I mean, look at all of these gifts too. This could be, gifts from the universe, just kind of really rewarding you. I believe I used the word reward over here. It could be rewarding you for the effort that you have put in. The Ten of Cups also, it involves community or family, whether it's biological or chosen. It's everybody feeling purposeful. Everybody's cup is full. Cups have to do with our emotions, how we feel about ourselves, about our lives. How are we expressing our emotions too? So very, very positive. And especially after the Five of Wands too. So again, if there has been some sort of conflict in whatever aspect that is, then right behind that, it's the purpose of that conflict was to get you to a point of neutrality or understanding with other people. It's like fighting isn't necessarily a bad thing unless it's abusive and harmful, right? But if it's productive, and if both parties or all parties are listening, like not just trying to like hurt or jab or, whatever, but like actively listening, then the 10 of Cups is, possible after the 5 of Wands. And then we have the 9 of Pentacles. Pentacles having to do with our money. Also, we have all 4 elements on here too, which is very like balanced. Anytime like I see, a spread that has all 4 elements, because it's usually not all 4. It's usually, like 2, maybe 3. But to me, it's like it's you're the actions that you're taking, how you're feeling, your money, your physical body, kind of the practical things, and then your mind, your thoughts, truth with swords. So the 9 of Pentacles is financial freedom, financial independence. 9s are individual completion. 10s are like, collective completion. So with the 9 of Pentacles, it's, it's feeling supported. It's like, you got yourself to a point of security. This is even just loving what you do too. The 9 of Pentacles, obviously it could be your job. It's because it does have to do with money, how we get it, how we save it, how we spend it. It's our time. How are we spending our time? Where are we investing our time? Where are we physically showing up in our lives? It's our health, our body, anything that we place worth and value in. So there's something in here where you're happy with your life, the people around you, what you're surrounding yourself with, like what you're even intaking is making you feel good. The 9 of Coins is like, your bank account feels good. You feel secure. You feel supported. And then we have the 7 of Swords. I'm still not sure how I feel about the 7 of Swords. And I don't know if it's like a personal thing. I don't feel like it's a negative though. Not that there's not really any like quote unquote negative cards in the tarot, but the 7 of Swords generally does talk about manipulation, betrayal, sneakery. The traditional depiction is, there's a character that's tiptoeing out of a camp with all these swords. And the message behind it is that where the manipulation comes in is that they're stealing the other team's swords to handicap them in battle. Right? Like if you don't have the tools that you need, then you're not going to be successful. Right? We can see there's this butterfly here that's carrying this one sword off. Even this tiled floor, it kind of looks like even like a chess table. And I say that too because I feel like chess it's a game of strategy. It is very mental, right? Swords have to do with our thoughts, our beliefs, truth, honesty, but like objective, divine truth. Our beliefs. Did I say that? I also see swords as being the suit of ego, because that's generally where we hear our ego is in our minds. And our ego is created by the stories that we attach to experiences, to feelings, whether they're true or not, and whether they're even our stories or not. But it becomes our temperament, our personality. It becomes the reason why we do things and why we don't do things. So I usually see the 7 of Swords as being the card of us fooling ourselves, because I see it as like self-sabotage going on. It could just be a quote unquote like warning of that. It could even be because this butterfly could be bringing this sword in. So it could be some like missing piece, like something that was either, hidden from you by another person. It could also even be something that you've like hidden from yourself, like a truth that you haven't wanted to believe. It could be that. And especially like with the Temperance card. Temperance is Sagittarius. And it talks about alchemy. We have these 2 cups here, the white liquid coming out of one, black liquid coming out of another. And it talks about the blending of energies to create another energy, right? Which is alchemy, right? It's changing something into another thing. And that takes time. I always kind of use the example of chocolate, like tempering chocolate, because you have to, did the book talk about that too? But there is a specific method, right, of tempering chocolate, and you have to go through each step. If you skip a step or try to, rush through a step, it could ruin the chocolate, and you would literally have to start from scratch. No, wait. No, it didn't. That might have been one of the other cards. But it also, like, it was kind of giving me like manifesting generator vibes, because, part of the manifesting generator thing is that you skip steps and then you're like, oh shit, I missed that. I need to go back and do that. Right? But again, it's like, it's not necessarily rushing through things. So there's a patience aspect that comes along with the Temperance card. Again, with the 7 of Swords, it could just be waiting to see how this plays out. Like, don't give up on yourself, or don't talk yourself out of something, right? It's like, don't, again, even like I said, don't fool yourself. Let the pieces fall where they may. Especially that these 2 cards are coming after the 10 of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles. Like, if there is a person or people who just want to cut that down, and it would be a projection, right? And I'm saying that in terms of having the 5th line projection field, right? Like 5 of Wands could be projection also. Because, and again, it could just be a warning to like protect yourself. It could even just be that whole like hustle and private type of thing. Like, nobody needs to know your business if you don't want to tell them. You're not obligated to tell them whatever this 10 of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles, even the 6 of Wands. Like, it's none of their business, regardless of who they are to you, what your relationship is to them. If you don't want them to know, don't tell them. Also, again, be aware of where people are trying to take from you, where they're trying to, take success away, or where they're not like celebrating you, and they should, right? Like a normal relationship, somebody would be celebrating your successes. But everything that's coming to mind, I'm just saying it because it could be different for everybody. But again, everything that I've said, it could be positive. It could be slightly negative. It could just be, keeping your eyes and ears open. There could be a truth that's coming in, or, it's being revealed to you. And it could be a truth that's been in the works for some time. Like, you've been seeing the change here with the Temperance card for some time. We have the 4 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. And it's interesting because all of these plants look kind of dead. But we have this watering cup here. So how do I want to say this? It's like the tools or the resource, the tools for success were there. But the action of watering these things, these plants, to keep them alive has not happened. again, I mean, whether that was you just not, pouring into yourself or watering your own, whatever these plants would signify for yourself, or if it involves a job, a relationship, whatever, some other aspect outside of you. The Four of Cups usually talks about like boredom, lethargy, disappointment. It's not being satisfied with the cups that you have been given. It could also even be that maybe this watering can wasn't available and now it is, because the Four of Cups, there's 3 cups, but the person in it is like meh, but there's usually a 4th cup coming in, and it's the message behind it is that there's a gift coming in, or there's something that is going to be provided to you. So again, right? I mean, maybe this watering can wasn't here, and maybe that's why whoever these plants belong to, right? Like they're like, you know what? I would actually be more successful at keeping plants alive if I had something to hold the water and water the plants, right? Like, just setting up ways to be more successful is kind of what's coming through here. And interestingly enough, we have the Past card here. So this 4 of Pentacles could be what's been happening in the past. We have this little shovel. The word actually just slipped my mind, but planting seeds. So again, maybe the seeds that were planted, maybe it didn't go well in some aspect. And maybe that was also too because you never quite figured out, going with a plant analogy, like you maybe never figured out the like watering schedule, right? Maybe you like overloved something and overwatered them and they died. Maybe it was like neglect, right? And they died because they dried out. I honestly, I didn't even get into plants until 2020. That was like my pandemic thing. But, and it really kind of taught me how to like balance, even like taking care of myself, right? Like it's moderation. It's not overdoing. It's not underdoing. There's like literally a nice mix, and not doing things too like out of anxiety because, oh my gosh, I haven't watered this in like 3 days. Well, it doesn't go based on how many days, right? It goes based on the dryness of the soil and how often certain plants need to be watered. Are they more dry climate plants? Do they need more humidity? Blah, 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 right? So it's just, maybe in the past, it was just like a misunderstanding of what was needed in order to keep these things alive. And now it's like having the tool to better like assist yourself, your relationships. We have the Ace of Wands, which is like a brand new spark. Aces are new, so there's something coming in. Even we can see the spark here that's going to start the flame on this Ace of Wands. Something new is coming in. It's like having a new lease on life. It's like having that zest for life come back. The Magician card. Recognizing that you have all of the tools, everything that you need in order to get started or to manifest a thing right now. Just do it, right? And like we usually get hung up in, well, I don't have enough time. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough whatever, information. I don't have enough research, whatever it is, right? No, the Magician card is like, you have exactly what you need right now to get going. And whatever you need will show up for you at exactly the time that you need it for the exact purpose that you need it for. I love that also comes after the Ace of Wands too, because this is like giving you that excitement that, again, right? It's something to look forward to. The Magician card is like manifesting that something new. The Apprentice of Vessels, this is the Page of Cups. molding a thing into what you want it to be. It's creativity, imagination, having fun, playful, even, like getting your hands dirty. The Eight of Wands, things moving very fast. And then the Six of Swords after that, again, movement forward. The Justice card, which is Libra. The scales balancing, getting exactly what you deserve. Fate, the Eight of Pentacles. I mean, I could keep going, but this message would be a lot longer than that. I think this is very positive. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for allowing me to read your cards. I will talk to you soon. Bye.